barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. It's about 4 o'clock. I'm about to get up and get ready. I got a 9:30 flight. I gotta get my shit ready. Then I gotta get the kids ready. As you can hear Kennedy through the monitor, moving in her sleep. But I want to talk about something I come back to this so many times, and I talk about this in a great percentage of my videos in different directions and different wavelengths on different levels. But at the end of the day, as it relates to Adrien Broner's comments, we're too quick. And I think that we are too too quick to throw the hammer down on Adrien Broner and his comments and people who make these comments, especially if they're black. Black and brown people always want to say, "Well, he said the N word. He said this. That was this. This." Listen, I I'm not gonna disagree with you on your stance on how you portray that message, because I don't think you can be wrong. Like me, that's when a person show you who they are, believe them. That's Adrien Broner. Being Adrien Broner is damn near harmless to me. I don't care. Like Adrien Broner says that, and I keep on moving. I'm not gonna condemn him or anything like that, because he's done it before. He does it every fight. But what's more telling? What's more telling is I didn't hear the outrage on Carissa Shield as a whole. I still Oscar De La Hoya's media team, Golden Boy Promotions, Sergey Kovalev, George Zimmerman, Steve Kim. You know, every police officer that's murdered us. Um, you know, YouTubers. Yes, I mean, yeah, I still subscribe to YouTubers that disrespect the LDBC and um, channels I like and black channels. Y'all still subscribe to them. You know, so I say this. I say this. Instead of a knee-jerk reaction, you got to see it from 50,000 feet. It's like we all have nieces. I'm old now, right? I'm 41 years old, so now I give my nieces and nephews money to run to the store and get shit. And which niece, which nephew is going to keep the change or be reluctant to give you the change back. And which niece or nephew is going to give you exact change back. Know your playing field, know your terrain, know your geography, know your opponents, know your teammates, you know? And that's the realities of life. Cha- expecting change out of someone who's been the same for 40 years, I believe that would make you a fool, and am I with moving the culture forward? Am I with um, doing things the right way? And um, yeah, but I also believe that we are too quick to say fuck that nigga. He ain't shit. No respect. When in fact, hear me out. The premise of his argument is true. How he said it in a mixed odyssey. I'm always um, um, conscientious of my surroundings. Do I say it in my head a lot of the times when I was with Sergey Kovalev? Did I want to say it? Yeah. Am I afraid of Sergey Kovalev? Absolutely not. You understand? Was I thinking in my head, this bitch ass nigga, this racist motherfucker? I thought that in my head. But it came out Sergey. So You know what I mean? So Steve Kim, did I want to say, did I want to take that nigga to Florence and Hoover and drag and Florence and Normandy and give him the Reginald Denny experience? You're damn right I did. But I'm in a professional environment, and it come no matter what I think, it always comes out like the way it's quote unquote the way it's supposed to come out. You understand what I'm saying? So, and keep in mind, I'm not defending Broner. Well, I'm not even gonna make him like um the this defense. I Broner is the example in this video. Keep in mind, Broner threatened me his last fight after the Jesse Vargas fight, and I took it with a grain of salt because I know the niece or the nephew that's not going to give me my change back when I give them money to go to the store. I know what I'm dealing with. To expect anything different would be on. I would be a fool, and if he would do anything different, that means there's been some self improvement on his part. You know, nothing should surprise us now. It's like Floyd's a billionaire. Nothing should surprise us about Floyd shopping or buying what he want to buy or doing what he want to do. You know, Andre Ward acting out a character as it relates to Deontay Wilder was a surprise. You know, it caught me way off guard. But at the end of the day, man, fight the bigger fight, fight the bigger fight, and stop. And in real life, this is just what I believe. In real life, stop expecting people not to act like who they are. Right? You know who's bringing every dish on Thanksgiving. Right? The auntie that can't cook, she buys the sodas, right? And the potato chips. You know what I mean? Oh, you can just go get some dessert or something. You know what I mean? The person who can't cook always brings the store bought desserts. You know what I mean? And you guys know it's in every family. I don't care what culture you're from, And I think we're too apologetic. I think we're too apologetic. You understand? If a person disrespects me, I'm never gonna forget it. I may not act like I'm from Harlem or was raised in South Central LA. I may pick at them for 5 years or 10 years, or you understand what I'm saying. I may, do the Anthony Hopkins, eat one piece of your brain at a time. Um, I'm kind of vindictive like that. You know what I mean? Where I'm doing it with people right now and they don't even know it. Where I'm just picking at them and picking at them and picking at them. You know what I mean? But we got to stop being too apologetic as a community because um, we got to keep in mind we got to own where our mama live. We have to own where our sister live. We have to own where our brothers live. That's the bigger picture. Adrien Broner lashing out is Adrien Broner lashing out, and I actually think it's part of the show now. It's part of the show. See the bigger picture. If you're gonna support that against Adrien Broner, please have the same energy the next time a fighter is disrespectful towards Carissa Shields. Have that same energy. Go to their Twitter page, go to their Instagram page, and say it's 1,000% wrong. You know. Next time a fighter like Sergey Kovalev, oh, coincidentally, he disrespect Carissa Shields. He called Adonis Stevenson a monkey. I want that same energy. He hasn't apologized for that shit. I was on him heavy. I was the only media member going at him every day. You know what I mean? So, and and you guys know me, I'm always going to throw 43 olive branches at the black man, per se. You understand what I'm saying? Always. Always. It's just the realities of me. It's like it's Thursday night. It's Thursday morning. I'm about to get the plane. I know it. I know Adrien Broner's past. I know Adrien Broner's passed. It's no big deal. But um, I'm gonna root for Adrien Broner. I'm not gonna bet on Adrien Broner. When a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. It's like your cousin. You know the motherfucker is a lifelong small crime, two-bit criminal, right? You want him to beat his case, but you know he's guilty. So, it's like I I'll tell you guys this. They don't want to be public, but like I'm giving away tickets to every fight. I gave it to two Manny Pacquiao fans. Her and her husband said they've never been to a Manny Pacquiao. They're plus 40 years old. And I says, here's two tickets to the Manny Pacquiao. I know they're rooting for Manny Pacquiao. I'm not offended by that. But they've never been to a Manny Pacquiao fan. And if I can make their lifelong dream come true, there it is. Manny Pacquiao has done everything under the sun. Y'all only know Manny Pacquiao the Christian. Y'all don't know Manny Pacquiao that owns the brothels, and I'll just stop there. All right. Um, right, but they still Manny Pacquiao fans. They still riding with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao has done worse than Adrien Broner or equal to Adrien Broner. So let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. You know, it's humor. Like I ain't gonna lie, I heard that it got no reaction out of me, none. But I know there's a bigger conversation to have about acting like that in mixed company, and you know what I mean, because you hear all the laughter in the background. I'm more bothered with the laughter in the background than I am with Adrien Broner's comment. Matter of fact, I'm not bothered by Adrien Broner's comments at all. I'm more concerned with the laughter. You understand? Because there's a great percentage of laughter that's laughing at him for negative reasons, which will bring up the conversation of using language like that in mixed company. We can have a conversation about that. We can, but not in this video. I don't want to make it about that. So the people who say I'm giving him a pass, I don't care what you think. I really don't care what you think. If you haven't written a letter to senators in Florida about George Zimmerman, if you haven't donated to your community, I don't give a fuck. Instead of going to buy your bottle of Ciroc or your favorite six pack or your favorite glass of tequila, whatever, take that $40 and invest in your community. I say see the bigger picture. Before you make an isolated attack, see the bigger picture. I use, I'll give you an example, Terrence Crawford. You guys, I'm talking to Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is the topic. But it's not about Terrence Crawford. It's about the mindset of a black man. The acceptance, how, in my humble opinion, as it relates to business. Does Terrence see? The great thing about that is one great thing is about there's two things, and I need, well, let me finish this Terrence Crawford thing. I think Terrence Crawford has every reason to be mad at me. He has every reason to dislike me, how I view his business moves. But I think the bigger picture is you try and create capital where there's no ceiling. That's the goal in business. Put yourself in position where you can make as much as you want off your talents as you can. And I am 99% sure Terrence Crawford in a few years will be frustrated because he signed with Bob Arum. If not this year. Being honest, that's just what I believe. his frustration will grow and grow and grow, and he will not get the respect at the end of his career that he thought he should have. We've seen it all the time. We see it all the time in fighters. Timothy Bradley is walking around frustrated. Roy Jones, to a certain degree, is kind of frustrated, you know. Um, and there are others, but I'm drawing a blank right now. Um, but at the end of the day, we got to create moves, and we got to trust our ability to make decisions. Jay Z said, Jay Z, I'm going to paraphrase his line. I think Jay Z is one of the greatest pastors in our modern contemporary lifestyles. He says, y'all signed with Apple, so I made my own waves and created Tidal. And y'all signed it with him to spite me. But he says, I'm making my own waves. I created Tidal. Do y'all get that? I did that for us, you know? So when Lil Wayne says, I'm getting goosebumps. When Lil Wayne said, Jay-Z helped me with my tax situation, that's powerful, man. He's a vanguard of the culture, man. He's a vanguard of these black men. Meek Mills, to the young man, I'm drawing a blank on his name, the young kid that went to Rikers Island for stealing a backpack. He did a documentary on him. He did a documentary on George Zimmerman and the young kid. I'm drawing a blank on these kids' names. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, but I see his face in the hoodie. You know, he did a documentary on Jay-Z is moving as he's supposed to be moving. You know, people always get mad at, oh, why you not spending money on this guy? You know, people have a poor people don't understand money at all. At all. Oh, you got $1 billion. What's $1 million for you? Don't you know a billionaire or a millionaire, a multimillionaire, how much sweat equity it took them to get there? They value a penny as much as they value $1 billion. The problem with poor people is they don't value money. They don't value money. They think if you should always give a percentage back. No, nigga. No. No. I love a pen. Nigga, I'm still the man. I could I could be out with my best friend. I could be out with 2 millionaires, 2 zillionaires. I don't know zillionaire, but if I see a penny on the ground, I'm gonna stop and pick it up. I'm just being as real, as honest as I can be. I ain't. Anyways, man, this is a 20-minute video. I gotta get up and pack my bags and get my equipment ready. But I just want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. What I'm saying is this. You have every right to think that Adrien Broner is wrong. But here's my bigger fight. Here's my bigger fight. Al Bernstein is what? And Adrien Broner is what? Exactly. I'm going to see the bigger. You got to chip at it. Chip at it. Chip at it. If you're going to fight the good fight, why don't fighters step up? You know, it's too easy for them to um, hate on black people. It's too easy, especially when you're not ESPN or Fox or you're a small conglomerate in comparison to those guys. And um, it's easy for them to say, fuck you, you don't, you know what I mean? And I'm comfortable. See, I'm comfortable with how people respond to me. I'm not upset if people say, fuck you, Fred, I don't like what you said. Sure, I'm still going to ask you for an interview. Great case, Victor Conte. Great case, the Garcias. You know, I'm thankful that I know the Garcias. I know their temperament. I know how they're going to respond. You know, great case, Adrien Broner. I've been hot and cold on Adrien Broner in your eyes, and since day one. But I said Adrien Broner reminds me of my student, man. I taught I taught at a continuation school, a high school, a continuation high school. So I get I don't get, I don't fully get Adrien Broner, but I understand his. I have a great grasp of his profile, and me giving up on Adrien Broner is like me giving up on my worst student that was in my classroom. I don't know how. Don't know how. And that's just what I believe. I'm gonna fight the bigger fight. Honestly, like for real. Um, I'm gonna fight the bigger fight. When I see a black man lashing out at a white man, I'm going to take a step back and watch. You're damn right. And I'll keep it real too. If I saw a Mexican man lashing out at a white man, I will step back and watch. I will. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, not unless it's obviously in the other obviously wrong. But if I don't know what's wrong, listen. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna be as real and as honest as I can be. If there's a black man fighting with a white man, I'm gonna take the side of the black man. If there's one of my brown, but there's so many in Latin countries, so I'm gonna say my brown brothers. If my brown brothers is fighting with the white man, I'm taking the brown man's side. That's just who I am. I can't change who I am. And too many people are ashamed to be black. Too many people are ashamed to accept the truth of the matter. Because if a white cop comes, guess what he's gonna say? He's gonna tell the brown or the black brother, put your hands behind your back. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you can and will be used against you in the court of law. You don't believe me? Look at that clip of the McDonald's girl. Why are they pulling the black girl away and the guy still can order his coffee or some shit, whatever he's ordering? No one restrained him. They're like, please, 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 please. That's our mindset. That's how we've been trained. And it's just that's just who I am. It's like yeah, the irony about this whole thing is yeah, I want my truth, but you want my truth to critique and dissect it. Why are you mad at my truth? Why are you mad at my truth? Tell me why you mad. The mad rapper on 50 Cent's album. Tell me why you really, really mad. Why you mad, son? Tell me why you mad. Why are you mad? I don't have listen, this channel, I don't have to be fair. I can be biased. I can tell my truth. I can be whoever. I can be a character. I can be a caricature. I can be myself. I have no rules on this channel. I am not obligated to be fair and balanced on nothing. Period. It's mine. I own it. Y'all don't go to McDonald's and tell them, hey, you need to put salt and pepper on your burger, right? You don't do it that way. Hey, you don't go to McDonald's and say, hey, this ain't real beef, right? You don't go to Oreos and say it's not enough white cream in the Oreo cookies, or it's too much cream in the double stuffed Oreo cookies. You don't do that, do you? You just buy them, right? And that's basically what barbershop conversation is. I'm not moving. I'm not wavering. I'm always going to advocate for the black profile. Always. And on Saturday night, I'm not betting on Adrien Broner. I'm rooting for Adrien Broner. That's it. I stand with Adrien Broner. I stand with him. Y'all gonna call me ignorant. Y'all gonna call me a fool, but I see the bigger picture. I see the bigger picture. When Floyd Mayweather went off on Larry Merchant, I was like, about time. About time. About damn time. And then Larry Merchant went the passive aggressive route. If I was 20 years younger, nah, nigga. You've been wrong for 15 years. No one has disagreed with Jim Lampley. No one has ever gone off the thing and said, Jim Lampley, your views are slanted. You all you always have you always indicting black athletes. Go back to my interview with Jim Lampley about Andre Ward, and I'm the only am I the only YouTube guy that asked Jim Lampley about that shit? Half of it wasn't on camera, but the other half was because I cut off the camera and then he and I had a disagreement. You know what I mean? And he still gave me an interview on after Muhammad Ali passed away. So, I mean, maybe he looked at him and was like, "Man, that's a bold motherfucker." I don't know. Don't care. But I stand firm, man. Whenever so listen. If you want to advance the culture, advance our mindset, if it's not obvious, right? If it's not obvious, right? Like a black man is robbing some white man, that's wrong. Go save the white man's life, like, right? Or call the police. Call the police, you know? If it's not like that, stay quiet and don't be quick to defend. Let it play out. Especially when it's a non-violent confrontation. Let it play out. Let it play out. Let it play out and see what happens. But I stand with Adrien Broner. And you guys say the dumbest comment said, if he was another race, you're right. Because another race is not supposed to act like that. It's not even supposed to say it. You're right. The answer is in your question. You're just so people who make comments like that have no backbone. People who make comments like that have never fought for anything bigger than themselves a day in their life. People in their life won't even make a sacrifice and march during their lunch break. You know what I mean? People like that are the person that complains about everything because if the shoe was so because they're creating arguments to complain instead of taking it for what it is. I ignore people my whole life who go off topic. I may debate them on for y'all gratification, but I don't care. I ignore it. My energy is gone. Like it's like the fact is, Adrien Broner said Alan Bernstein was disrespectful towards him. Take it for what it take. Adrien Broner at his word. You know, let it play out. We're too quick to say, "Oh man, I was wrong." Let it play out. And I'm gonna remember you guys' names in the comment section. I'm gonna remember. Matter of fact, I might screenshot. I might screenshot y'all. I'm gonna screenshot y'all comments, and I'm gonna go back when another episode like this come about, as it relates to people destroying the black culture. I want to see how you respond. The most amazing thing about all of this is I haven't wavered on my stance since I had one subscriber. I haven't. Have I made mistakes? Hundreds of them. But my fundamental principles have remained the same. I wasn't the guy that was going to use a black mantra to get the subscribers and then turn white or quote unquote turn white. You know, I don't give a damn. I don't need white acceptance in my life. You either work with me or don't. Accept me for who I am or don't. There's two things that I believe about myself. I can pay my way out of something. I reframe that. I can pay my own way, and I believe I can either run or fight myself out of most situations. That's just what I believe. Because my job, I got to get home. I either got to pay my way to get home, or I got to run my ass home, or I got to fight my way out of something. I believe I can do that to a certain degree, you know? And if a white man wants me to give up self for his gain, I won't do it. This is a 30-minute video. Y'all motherfuckers not even gonna make it this far. So yeah, I don't know why I keep on making 30-minute videos because the average time be like 2 minutes. I'm gone, man. I'm done explaining myself. But anyway, I stand with Adrien Broner. I stand with Adrien Broner. My right fist is in the air. Barbershop conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.